how you doing?
Oh,
Whoa, calm down.
fuck.
Now, how long has it truly been? 1, 2, 60 days? Who cares? Listen, I was just enjoying my summer break, with so many new people. Anyway, today we're reacting to Jubilee because it's easy content that I can do. It is 6 plus size people versus 1 fake or 1 skinny person. I guess they don't want to include that for some reason. Anyway, let's just get right into it. No need to waste time. Huh?
Some luck. I mean, I present more masculine, so a lot of the times I will like resource to Old Navy. I'll just kind of go there and like get one of the bigger pairs. I actually did just get a pair from Old Navy like a couple weeks ago, and I love it, but it's a little big in the waist, so I do have to take it in. I'm probably gonna tailor it though. So, but I do love Old Navy's jeans, especially their men's section.
I don't really wear jeans, but I think the only two pairs that I own are
Okay,
Sophia.
real quick, before we keep going. Am I tripping or are they all sitting down? I guess the Jubilee producers have no remorse. I mean, if there was an episode to do it, I guess it would be this one.
Well, that's the thing. Also, like getting the confidence to actually wear what you want, it took me forever. So when I actually did, I'm still in the mentality when I was like 16, 17 and I could fit in a medium. So I'm like, oh, I can't go to the same stores. Like, I can't go to a mall and buy clothes anymore.
I would say 2 years ago, I would go to like Goodwills and Value Villages, but that has become a lot harder as of late. The reason that I chose to do this was mainly because it meant a lot to me to share the idea of like, as you transition away from being in a bigger body to potentially being in a skinnier body, that is not something that like makes you harder working or better at like achieving some sort of goal than the other person or another person that you may see in a plus size body. And going into it, I like promised myself I wasn't gonna tell any lies. I was gonna be very truthful and speak on every kind of experience that I had had leading up to today. I wanted to make sure that what I was saying was stuff that I lived through. I think putting on a character would be disrespectful to the other people that were here today.
Okay, so
I
Derek's a skinny guy. He actually lived.
Yeah, 100%.
He actually lived through it.
Especially
So
when
he
I'm back
used to
home,
be plus
I'm 2 minutes
sized,
outside of
and
New
then
York
he
City, so I usually
became
just commute
skinny.
in there.
Okay.
There's this one thrift store, I don't know if anybody's been, called the L Train, and like that is really good for carrying bigger sizes. Back in my actual hometown, I can go to my tailor very easily. It's like
I mean, it makes it easier to talk about through
so I
experience.
thrift
So,
probably 90% of my clothing cheaper, saves energy, and like it feels way easier.
There is no way he's gonna go pay like $15 for jeans, then go pay $45. Like, I get it. As a plus size person, tailoring for some things, great. But I could not believe for a second that he is tailoring every set. And I was like, he is not fat anymore.
Not gonna lie, shop at Raw.
did she just poor shame him? So her reasoning for why he can't be fat is because he can't afford or he buys. I don't get her reasoning there. That made no sense.
I didn't even share where I got my jeans from. I realized that. I usually shop at like American Eagle. Jeans in general are like a struggle to find. Either they fit your thighs and they don't fit your waist, or they fit your waist and it's a struggle.
Okay, well, I wouldn't even know who to vote out here. I'm gonna be honest. I guess you're going with that guy. All right.
Oh man. I did feel, I guess, invalidated in a point because they were talking about, brands and, and stuff that I can't really afford. So I thought my answer of, oh, I shop at Ross because that's what I could afford, I thought that's what kind of eliminated me.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're poor shaming, which means you can't be fat. I don't get it. I guess bigger size clothes are more expensive. I don't know. I never shopped at bigger
was definitely more difficult for
at the
younger
bigger
years.
sizes.
They gave us the vest sizes, and I remember putting on the largest vest size that they had, and it clinging to my skin and making me very uncomfortable. And I walked into the bathroom, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I can't do this, and I quit. And it really frustrated me that I let that take away something that meant a lot to me. That was definitely like my first experience with like, it is very difficult for me that outside elements are going to take who I am and make that a form of a problem.
As a woman in a plus size theater community, it's like, I always got the funny roles or the
Okay,
really
her,
unattractive
what's her name?
roles.
Aunt
And I'm
Taya?
like,
She's not
I'm
even
big.
that.
That doesn't mean I'm hilarious.
She's
Like,
not even that
Talk
big.
about this.
Aunt
powerful
Taya? Is
because
that how you say her
performing
name?
and becoming into yourself.
Yeah, she's not
you
even
either have
that
to be
big.
overly confident.
I mean, as compared to like Anyway.
How do we all identify? Do we identify, like, what do we use to label ourselves if you have one?
PHAT. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I have a weird feeling about that one for some reason.
Really?
I
Yeah,
like
it's kind of
normal.
cringe.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
like
I'll
it.
say fat, and then people will be like, "Oh my God, fat!" And then I'll be like, "It's not inherently a bad
No,
word.
it's
It's an
not.
adjective."
biggest-
That's the
that all
thing.
the
No, but it
time.
is kind of taboo because I was like, oh yeah, I'm fat. Don't say that. You're beautiful. I am gorgeous, but I am
I
fat.
didn't say I was ugly.
It's oh my god,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm sorry, I
I
misspoke.
was
People
like,
treat it like it's
right,
taboo, and
right.
that's
So
the issue, really.
it's two truths. I'm like,
Exactly, yeah.
I feel
I mean,
beautiful, but I
fair
am
enough.
fat. Being fat or plus size does not mean that we're not active, that we're not nice people, that we're not worthy. It really sucks when people treat you differently because you're a size 18 rather than a
I
size
mean, beauty's in
2
the
or
eye of the
4.
beholder.
When
So
I like,
I'll
for
just
example,
tell you
great
that.
example. Realistically, you have 200 costumes here, but only like 10 are for plus size. Then I go on to the other costumes, and I was like, oh, my choice is to be like a duck or like the plus size nun costume covered boobs, knees, everything, but the skinny costume for the other nun was like tits out for her. And I'm like, so I literally like my choice is like be
What
a
is she
bubble
talking about
bath or
right
a
now?
duck.
What the heck is she
And I'm
talking
like,
about?
I need a plus size section when I walk into somewhere because we have not progressed in human society.
There was this brand that
Okay, let me just stop it there. Hold up. So the reason we haven't progressed as a society is because we don't have plus size sections in clothing stores. Like, what percentage of the population is plus size? I couldn't imagine it's like, I guess in America it will be more. But still, I feel like in order for society to progress, there should be less plus size sections. Or you would want clothes to be more. I'm gonna get canceled. Let me just stop talking.
Oh my gosh, I gotta edit that out, man!
completely different than the straight sizes, and I'm like, we are just asking for the same thing.
Why
in
do they get
size.
cocktail dresses
It's
and I get moons?
literally.
Just vote Haley. She's annoying, so vote her. She made no sense with that poor shaming argument as well. So get her out. Yeah.
Shut the up.
Yep.
What? Me?
Girl.
What? Yo! Oh my god!
I didn't know it.
Who voted me out?
Bro, get up.
I think
Alright.
the odd one out is probably somebody who lived as a fat
It used
person
to be, yeah.
but lost the weight. But
Yeah, you
usually a lot of
figured
the
it out.
time,
Good job.
people that do grow up fat or go through weight loss journey, they end up being more fat phobic. That's not in all cases. It's not in all cases, but it does happen a lot.
Turning in on that, like I really do think that in my personal experience, people that go from being in a bigger body into like becoming skinny feel some sort of resentment, especially because I think they tie achievement.
Am I tripping? He just outed himself. He just said, "In my personal
There's this very
experience."
big principle of like, look at what I.
He just outed himself.
So I understand that being smaller is more desirable, and it's just like this conversation just rubs me the wrong way because I've been met with so many people who think like that, and like the worst person I dated was very fat phobic, and they used to be bigger and they lost weight, and they were like shaming me about my body, being like,
Wait, so
have
why
better
were you
sex
still
if you were
dating them
smaller
then?
and all that shit.
Wait, so they were fat phobic before, or while they were fat as well?
Yeah.
I don't get that. So she used to date someone fat phobic while they were fat, and then they became skinny, and they became more fat phobic. Okay.
Can we also go down the line and maybe just say if we have been fat or plus size most of our life, or if
Oh, actually, that's great because I wanted to say for me it was a little bit different. Growing in South America, there isn't a lot of overweight people, obese people, and I've always been curvy, so to speak, and I was fine, but I was still like, you know how they say I spent my skinny years thinking I was fat? So I moved to the U.S. when I was 16, and I started gaining weight. The life here is different. I wasn't as active. I wasn't doing sports anymore, and then I was on birth control. So for me, it was hormonal imbalance that made me gain a lot of weight. But it really sucked. And,
You
in
could
my own
lose the
skin,
weight as well.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Like being skinny and like now you're fat and like
Oh,
everybody treats
don't
you
start crying. No, how can I make fun of you then? Don't start
I
crying.
think it's difficult too
Now I
because
feel bad.
and I've always envied in a way I've always wondered what it would be like to live in a thin body and have people treat you differently. Like I've dreamt about it, and I think that is really difficult when you exactly. I understand what you're saying. Like you've lived both, and it's hard because from people who haven't, it's just we can't even
You don't
fathom.
even understand.
Yeah.
Speaking into the
What? Okay, that argument makes no sense. Okay, being plus size doesn't mean you have to be plus size for like the rest of your life. Like I'm black, I can't just change my skin color unless I have like some disease or something. But I'm just talking about I can't just become Asian like over time. But if you're plus size, you can change that by working and exercising and eating the correct stuff. Like it's not something you can just. It's not something like, oh, I'm fat now and I just stay fat. Like I'm sorry, but this is pissing me off. Holy crap.
And I also played volleyball and it was in theater and stuff like that. And the only reason I stopped throwing up and binging and purging is because I was losing my voice. And I love to sing. And I got nodes.
Oh no, that's the worst.
shit.
Oh my god.
I went from mezzo soprano to mezzo alto.
Why is everyone crying in this episode? Come on.
Pretty much.
What is going
But
on?
yeah, like if it didn't affect my voice, I don't know if I would have stopped.
Jesus.
It really broke my heart after, having to vote people out who, in my heart, I knew were fat. To just feel invalidated, that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but she dated someone fat phobic.
I'm sorry.
So why would they vote her out?
The eliminate. If you think the mole is still in the box and you wish to continue playing the game, please raise your hand.
I swear to God, if anyone's lying, oh my God, I'm just so
For real.
pissed.
Well, you lost. He
voted
outed
the
himself
mole
out
out,
in the
then you
third
win.
round, and no one knows.
If the
No one
lights turn
noticed.
red, that means
No
the
one-
mole is still in the box and you lose.
Y'all too busy
1,
crying on
2,
each other.
3.
Oh no.
We lost.
On the count of 3, everyone can take off their blindfolds.
Porn acting.
1, 2, 3.
I knew it.
I
Knew
Wow. I told a heart.
I mean, she's not wrong. She did know who it was at the
You guys
beginning.
voted
So.
me.
Okay, can we talk about 1,000,001 reasons why it was Derek?
Okay, the only one that got me was like the theater. Like I really could relate with that. So I obviously know.
So when I was in 4th grade, I was 4 feet tall. I was 144 pounds, and my doctor told me that I was and it was
You fat f***ing disgusting.
Okay, to put this into perspective, I'm like 5'11", 5'10". I weigh right now at 19. I weigh 140. He just said in 4th grade when he was 4 foot, he weighed 144. Like, god dang, I couldn't even imagine that.
I was no happier than when I started. I just kept being further and further from a goal that I was changing. I am happy not because of the way that my body looks, but because I can have
All right, bro, you're
self-acceptance,
yapping too
and that's
much.
a very different. Watching
I'm
this
just
video,
saying 144
somebody can learn
is
that
crazy.
the
I have
horrible
never weighed that
stereotype
much
they
in
have
my
of
life.
plus-size people, whether that be that they're lazy or sluggish or they don't eat right or they're not healthy. There are people that are plus size that are faster than you. There are people that are plus size that are in better conditions than the average human being.
Yeah,
I was
probably.
definitely plus sized for a long period of my life. And
I mean, not none of the guys in the video, but I mean, like professional athletes and stuff like that. So, well, that was an experience. I feel like this video just pissed me off more than anything at the end. I mean, they didn't even get it right. He outed himself and they just didn't notice. So, anyway, that'll be it from me. Watch whatever video I put here or there or anywhere. See you later. Bye.